Peace, and blessings, family. I go by the name of DJ 912, man. And if y'all tuned into this, y'all in for a little treat, man. I'm gonna just try to chop up and give a little game on something that ran across my timeline the other day. And make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share if this video helps you. Sorry about that. If this video helps you, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. Make sure you tag a friend if they need this information. I'm gonna just go over basic information that I know. Please, as always, go back and research what I'm doing or what I'm saying to verify. I don't want to give any misleading information. But this is in response to a post that I seen the other day. It's gonna be my first podcast, first of many to come. If you don't know who I am, like I said, I go by the name of DJ 912. I represent DJ912beats.com. To check out my beats, we have more products on the way. But it's apparent that a lot of new artists coming in the game, whether they being local or on a major level, don't know the ins and outs of the business. I'm gonna say that much. So not knowing the ins and outs of business can put you in different rooms and you have the wrong outcome. So this is how the post started, man. I got a couple points that I'm gonna go over and why things like this shouldn't happen. But any business that you are in, make sure you get the full amount of information that you can get. And if somebody's trying to teach you something, be wise enough and humble enough to close your mouth and open your ears to, taking in the information. So the post stated yesterday that people want to make you beats and keep the stems. You're not about to eat off me twice. Once I make the purchase, the beat becomes mine or becomes my property. I won't use any of them on my album. So saying the beats that he purchased that he doesn't get the stems for, he won't put them on his album. Now, I don't know, buddy. And I just got put on him through somebody that I know. So he's real local. I hadn't seen any of his music on any streaming service sites or anything like that. Not trying to downgrade him or talk down upon him. But that statement itself is very, very problematic. So what he was talking about was about purchasing or leasing a beat from a guy, and the guy wouldn't give him the stem files. But like the guy said in the post, you know what I'm saying? If you want the stem files, you got to pay a certain ticket. So I'm gonna just break it down from the producer aspect and why we shouldn't just be willing to blare somebody out. So let's just get started, man. Let's dive into this topic. So the topic pretty much is leasing beats. For those that don't know about leasing beats or purchasing beats, you want stem files. So like the beat is playing in the background, you want everything tracked out on its own stem, right? It should be on its own line so the engineer can control it, mix it like you need to mix it. So that means the drums is on one line, the snare is on one line, the kick is on one line, the hi-hat's on another line. Individually separated sounds, but when we send them out as leased or wave or MP3 files, it all comes into one file. So then you'll record what they call a 2-track. So the reason it's a problematic post simply because of this. First of all, no producers really giving out stems like that for a cheap price unless they're new and they don't understand what their stems are. Your stems are your intellectual property, which is your IP, which is what you make your money off of. So if just say somebody's buying a beat and I don't know he's another producer, he can take those stems, chop them up, make him his own beat, then I get no credit for it and no money for it. So with that being said, let's just say it like this. When we leasing beats, right? We're leasing a wave or an MP3 file. That's enough to get your track mixed and with a decent enough quality if the beat is mixed properly to a certain level, to a radio or whatever. The reason why people are not selling their stem files, like I said, somebody can take that stem file, chop the beat, rearrange it, and say they did the beat and not get a producer credit for it. And that's problematic because we can still sue as a producer and show that, hey, he bought this beat from me this day. I gave him the stem files. He rearranged it. It's still my beat. It's still my intellectual property. And I can sue you for it. And whatever money you've made off that song, I can probably sue more than that. And that's what happened in the case of Pharrell Williams with the Marvin Gaye remake, which is not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same beat. It's just an interpretation of the beat. But the Marvin Gaye's family still won that lawsuit just because it sounds so much alike. But at the end of the day, we're not selling our stems for cheap. You got to come with the money. Now we're gonna get into the money aspect of it, where he said in the post, "You're not about to eat off me twice." Well, with music, if you don't know, it's just the basic information. And I'm referring to ASCAP. So ASCAP, when you go register your music, writers has a section and publishers has a section. Writer section covers the beat and also covers the lyrics of the song. So it covers the beat and it also covers the lyrics. 50% of the whole song makes up an entire 100%. 50% of the song goes to the producers, and another 50% of the song goes to the writer. It's making your 100%. So as the producer gets his 50% and whoever he collab with, and they break up, they split sheets and they get whatever percentage they get. Same thing goes on the songwriter side. The other side to that is the aspect of publishing, and publishing like tracks your mechanical royalty, so to speak. So like that's just a rough gist of it. If it's not accurate, please go look it up on the ASCAP website or the BMI website, or whoever you run your music through. I don't know why I can't think of the term for it, but your proxy pretty much. So him being what he said, ate off of twice, the producer eating twice, we all gonna eat twice. You know what I mean? Like everybody, it's enough money to go around. It's not a scarcity of money in this music industry. In 2017, I pulled it up on Google. In 2017, the music industry, and it's probably not broke down as rap, pop, and all these other. It's probably not broke down in the categories like that. But as a total, the music industry made $9.8 billion. I'm gonna say that again. The music industry made $9.8 billion in 2017. That is a lot of cheddar. It's a lot of Gouda. It's a lot of cheese. A lot of guacamole for everybody to be getting. So it's enough money to go around. We can't come into this game with a scarcity mindset. And speaking of a scarcity mindset, I'm gonna just say this: when we bring in the same mentality that we was raised with into an industry that's already dominated, that's already controlled by a certain group of people or whatever, then we have to, in some ways, adapt to what the industry is. We can't bring a trapper's mindset into the music industry in certain facets and forms. Certain things translate completely 100%. Other things don't translate at all. And we have to be able to decipher that. If you don't know the business side of it, then you need to understand the business side first. This guy don't really know the business side of it. I can kind of tell he's just getting started by the lingo that he's using. So just referring to that post, he got mad at the guy because he wasn't selling the stem files. I wouldn't sell you my stem files either, simply because of, if I sell you my stem files, or I sell you exclusive rights to the beat, that's pretty much what it's called. If you get exclusive rights, meaning can't nobody else jump on that track. And if you got it in your contract to how many years you get exclusive rights for, or is it for the rest of your natural life, so to speak? You know what I mean? So if I sell you the exclusive rights, let's say for $1,000, that means I can't sell that beat to anybody else. But if I'm leasing these beats and I lease this beat for $30 and I sell it 10 times, I'd have made more off the lease than giving you the exclusive rights. So you can't get mad at me for not selling you the exclusive rights if your numbers is not right. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's just a business thing. For me as the producer, it makes more sense to lease this track than it does to give you exclusive rights to an unknown artist. And not saying that that's a bad thing because you're an unknown artist. We all go through that phase. I'm in that stage now. I'm an unknown. I ain't gonna say an unknown producer because I'm well known around my city. But at the end of the day, it's certain growth levels to it. You can't start here. You have to start here and then work your way up. So saying that to say, at the end of the day, man, be very, very humble. And then later on, I think like the day I seen that post yesterday, so like the day he made a comment was like, or made another post, or don't do business with this guy. This guy does bad business, whatever. And that's not the case. It's just because you don't know the business. So the guy that you was trying to buy the exclusive beats from, he wasn't doing bad business. He was doing proper business, and he didn't try to cheat you out of anything. This is how the game worked, and that's that unknowing thing, not knowing or not being humble enough to even learn for the most part. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm gonna get off that tangent and I'm gonna switch gears just a tad bit. So that was why producers shouldn't send stems. Another thing to that too is, if you're trying to build a rapport with a producer, you just went about it the wrong way, and you probably just lost a great producer. If you're an artist and you're trying to build your reputation starting out, you don't want to go out first thing you do is start making enemies. Your net worth is your network, and if your network isn't vast, then your time in any industry could be short lived. And I don't wish that upon anybody. That's why I'm doing this podcast. Excuse me. So at the end of the day, man, like I said, learn the game, learn the game, learn the game. I can't stress that enough. I ran across some more people. I ran across some more people that, local artists, again, saying that they're gonna start charging people for verses. You can't charge somebody for a verse when you're a local artist and you just starting out. We all want to eat off our passion, and we all want to focus on it to the best of our abilities, but you can't charge. And I'm gonna tell you why you shouldn't charge. Or let's just say starting out, you find you a producer or artist that you want to work with. Say y'all start off not charging each other anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just building a rapport, both y'all learning y'all craft. The more studio time the artist gets in, the more time the producer gets in, is the more experiences that you guys have. And experience is everything in any industry that we are in. So the experience thing is very, very key. So say y'all building a relationship, y'all craft the sound, and now y'all got y'all own sound. Now y'all can go forth and do some major moves, because not only have y'all crafted y'all own sound, y'all have marketed and promoted it enough to make that sound well known, well renowned. And that's the goal for everyone. But let's say starting out the gate, you an artist, you just grabbing free beats off YouTube, and you talking about charging somebody for a verse, but your IG page only got like 100 followers. You only get 2 comments per post. Nobody in your city knows you, or you don't have a big enough buzz to pull a crowd or throw a club event. Then it's not worth it for any artist or any producer to pay you for a verse or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna charge somebody for a verse, you need to be able to pull attention to that song, as well. And if you charge more to put that song on your IG page or in certain things, then that's something totally different. But if you're charging me $200-300 for a verse, and I can't expect any return out of you just jumping on the verse, let's say, is it not gonna make my song do 5,000 streams, or is it gonna make my song do 20,000 streams? You know what I'm saying? So, like, dictate where you are in the game, be humble, and build your reputation before you start trying to charge people. I've had people locally say, "Hey, boy, I need $100 for this verse," or "I need this for this verse," and I'm like, "Bro, you ain't no more locally known than I am, nor do you have more reach and pull than I do." You know what I'm saying? And not trying to be snobby about it, but why would I pay you $100 for a verse? For what? we can work together and build something instead of trying to, like tear each other down just because you want $100 for a verse. That $100 could be used for marketing, or it could be used to get the album cover done or something else. You know what I mean? It's just a collab. It's teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work. And that's one thing we should understand. But just be willing to build a house so that you guys can actually, take it to another level. So that's how you build your house, by forming a team. Some people, me personally, I don't want to be on a team as of now. And that's just how my mind is working, because you'll find some people that can't bring nothing to the table that want to be on your team because you're firing, they'll end up holding you back. You know what I'm saying? They might get a beat and do something trash on it or whatever. So, I mean, like, just be real picky of who you building your house with. So, like, and then the other side to it, just say me and you as artists and producers just can link up on different levels. I can get a hook, I can get a verse, you can get a hook, or you can get a beat from me, and we build something out of that. You know what I'm saying? That's more likely to that's more likely, let's drop some more music. That's more likely to build the gravity of what we got going on in the industry or in the city. Like, we can build the name of the city just by collabing with each other. And you know 60 people I don't know, and I know 60 people you don't know. That's 120 folks that we can build with. Like, that's 120 folks that we can build with, excuse me. But like, understand that networking is the best thing that you can do. If you want to put your city on the map, you want to put your town on the map, then just network the best as you can. You know what I mean? So that charging for verses is for, I done heard cats in the industry that I know they don't charge verses, pretty much like favor for favor type thing. If they on a good friendship. But I mean, do what you do. I just want you to build your career and make sure it's prosperous. And it's just information I'm just trying to give to you. Let's say the power of circulation of money. Let's just say I don't feel like I can work with you. I don't want to work with you in that capacity. And I charge you $50 for a beat. Like, don't be so naive to the point to saying that $50 can't help that producer. That producer has to buy equipment, has to buy VST plugins, has to buy programs. Fruity Loops, I think the version I got was like 2 and some change. It can go all the way up to like $1,500-$1,800. I got Omnisphere, that's $600. Had to get a MIDI keyboard. That's the cheapest one I got at that time was $100. I'm finna upgrade that. Microphone, $300. Like, it costs a lot to run a studio and to build a studio. The studio monitors I got are $200 a piece, like per studio monitor. So that's $400 for a set. It's a lot of money that goes into this that people don't see or just think it's kind of cheap. Or, like, I don't buy speakers used and I don't buy microphones used. That's just my criteria. Keyboard or something, maybe I'll do it used, but it depends on who's it coming from, because if it's a lot of smoking in the studio, then the equipment get messed up because the tar is attaching to the motherboards. So just understand it's a lot of money that goes into this. And if you're building with somebody and y'all trying to build a studio together, make sure y'all on the same level of what y'all trying to do and the goals that y'all trying to achieve, because it does get expensive. You know what I mean? So that $50 can go a long way with that producer. And I'm not saying don't pay the artist to feature on verses. I'm just trying to say, is it worth it for a local artist to charge for a feature when neither, let's just say, maybe the producer nor the artist has pull? So it's not beneficial to either one to be charging for something it's not gonna get you anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, just and each situation is going to be different, so make sure you just weigh it out to the best of your ability and your options. Weigh out your options. So let's say I think I just lost where I was going. Well, anyway, I hope y'all get what I'm trying to say on that level. right there, that level right there. Also, like, be willing to put money into your marketing budget. Learn how to market on different platforms, and it's a lot of marketing platforms out there. There's a lot of DJs you can network with that'll spend your money. Just understand, just because you put it out doesn't mean it's gonna go platinum. Doesn't mean 1,000 people gonna like it, share it, and play it. You know what I mean? It's a grind to it. Be willing to put in that grind. Be willing to do open mics. I hear a lot of people saying like, "Yo, man, I don't think it's worth it to do an open mic. It don't be a lot of people there, woo blase, whatever." And I'm like, look, man, the first magazine I ever got in because we went to an open mic. You know what I mean? The song is called "In My Zone" by Lil Country, and just to show y'all, man, it was back in the day. I don't think this magazine actually blew up. This magazine right here is Hood to Hood. No, let's see. Hood magazine. We end up getting a page layout in this magazine. That's us right here. Let me get this right. All right, that's my partner, Lil Country. Look, right here. That's my partner, Lil Country. You can catch me down here in the back on that photo right there. That photo right there, that's me in the back. So we end up getting that for going to an open mic. That opened up doors for different phone calls to come through that we was blessed to have at that time. So open mic is also another opportunity to network. So are open mics worth it? In the grand scheme of things, yes, they are. They very, very much so are. So make sure you do your open mics, man. Any room that can get you into a room of people that you don't know is a chance for you to gain a fan, a chance for you to sell some merch or whatever. So don't think open mics aren't important. They're very, very important. B.O.B. got discovered at an open mic. T-Pain as well. I can go down a couple lists. Like, it's a lot of people that I discover doing open mics. And understanding your fan base is the last thing I'm gonna touch on. Your fan base is the amount of people that you can sell to, or what your fan base is. And this is what got me tripping with this artist, is because, bro, I'm scrolling down your page and you're not getting no likes. You're not getting a whole lot of engagement on your profile, but you talking trash about this producer that won't sell you the stem file. You have to be able to pull an audience if you're bragging and boasting in a way like that. You know what I mean? If you don't understand your fan base, or say I sell you these stem files and that song doesn't even do 100 streams, it takes 1 million streams to get $10,000. So if I sell you that beat for a band, you know what I mean, for exclusive rights, and out of that $10,000, I only see another $1,000. I made $2,000 out of the lifetime of that track. You can make more just by putting it on YouTube, promote it on YouTube, and start getting AdSense on YouTube. Like, it's other ways to make money in this industry just by then, for producers. And I don't want producers to feel trapped. So you can do more than just, sell your beats to artists. You can find other ways to put it in NBA 2K or something else. You know what I mean? Like, just find different ways. So going back to understanding your fan base is where you're going to start getting traction. So Google Analytics, not Google Analytics, my bad, using DistroKid, this is what I use to distribute my music. I can go into DistroKid and I can see that XYZ amount percentage is females and this amount of percentage is males. Now, understand what kind of song you need to put out, or what kind of song is going to gravitate towards your audience better. You don't see Joe putting out a Jeezy record, because Joe is in a different lane. He understands his demographic. He understands his audience. He know that when he did a certain song, that song went platinum. But when I did another song, that song didn't go platinum. Why? Because it didn't connect with his audience, or it didn't reach another audience to pull, pull the sales of that song up. You understand that through your analytics and understanding what your fan base is. And your fan base is actually helping you make money. So for newer artists, the first thing to do is understand your fan base, so you can have that pull or that reach to say, hey bro, I need this because I know this song gonna do this. You know, this was my last song did, and you got, now your business is up to par to say, hey, this is what I need this for, and this is what I can produce for you. You know what I'm saying? Then it's a win-win situation for both people. But for me as an unknown producer and you as an unknown artist, for me to sell you my stem files is kind of crazy. I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? In particular. But understanding your fan base is something that we all need to dive into, and there's more information I get, it's more information I'll distribute back to y'all. I'm fighting these sinuses right now, man, but I hope this podcast was very helpful. I actually did it yesterday, man, and I did it perfect. I hit everything, but my mic was messed up, so I had to come back and do it again today. And I'm gonna just keep bringing it to you, man. I'm trying to think of anything else before I go. Y'all can always check me out at dj912beats.com to check out my beats. We have more products on the way as far as like drum kits and everything else for producers. Like I said, understand your market, man. Be willing to collab, because collabing can make a song from good to great. You know what I mean? Somebody else ear on it, man. Make sure you want to collab. Make sure you're charging people for something that they can see where their money is coming back for. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to charge for verses and hooks, make sure you can put something down on that track that's going to get that track recognized. You can put that track in front of certain people, man. Or it's going to be beneficial for the guy or the lady, the artist that's paying you to get on the hook, and vice versa. Make sure it's a beneficial thing of both things. The power of circulating money within the community, man. If I spend $100 with you, you spend $100 with me, we can make this thing grow into something very, very great. Understand how just circulating money within the community can keep the community strong, man. And be willing to spend with each other, but make sure it's beneficial for everybody involved, man. And with that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. DJ912 from dj912beats.com. I hope this was very informative. I hope this blesses you in a way that you can you know what I'm saying, grow. Just understand your position and make sure you understand the industry that you're in. Make sure you understand the game that you're in, and just make sure you can provide the best service you can provide. With that being said, I'm out. Peace, blessings, love. One, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share if this video was very, very helpful to you. Peace.